Live from the SEP Video Studio in Northwest Florida, it's Late Night Talk with Jamie Settle.
Hello and welcome to the show, and glad you are here. Of course, this is how the show works. Go ahead and comment on anything that I'm talking about, and I'll get back with you, of course, live. And I'd love to be able to have a conversation with you through live chat. So go ahead and leave a comment, and we will talk. So Happy New Year. It's the first show of the brand new year of 2022. I hope everyone's year is headed in a great start. And I know that my year is doing pretty good too. Sorry about last night. Just this week has just been one of those weeks where just didn't have any time to prep for the show. So I did a little bit of prepping today, and we've got a good show for you today. And so during the new year, I spent time actually on New Year's Day with an early birthday party for my cousin Elon. And so we went over there and had a great time. Got to see a lot of people that I hadn't seen in quite some time. It was good to reconnect with them. And Elon, he had such a great time. And he's just a cool kid. And so we celebrated his birthday. And before we get too far into the show, just wanted to also, of course, during last week and this week, as you may have known, I had ordered a mug which shows the Late Night Talk with myself logo on the cup itself to use during the show. Something went wrong with the graphic. It's supposed to look like that, but apparently just something went wrong. I talked with customenvy.com, and they were able to give me a brand new one that's corrected. I uploaded another image, the same image, of course, and they're a great company to work with, and they provide great product as well. And so I'm glad that I was able to get the corrected tumbler as well. So cheers. Just water in it. But also another reason why I couldn't broadcast last night also was because I attended a retirement reception for my mentor and friend and previous supervisor, Doug Lee. Doug Lee is the general manager at the Pensacola Sanger Theater downtown in Pensacola, and I also worked with him. He hired me to come down to the Sanger Theater to work on all things video. I did much more than just video. I went through everything that you could possibly do at the Sanger, and it was really a great time for me to be there. Learned a lot of things. Doug, I just owe it to Doug for all that he taught me throughout my years there, learning how to do sound, lighting, stage work, all that. I also had a background in theater, so I was very familiar with what takes place in a theater, backstage and on stage as well. So at least I have that also under my belt as well. And so, of course, the Sanger has a lot of rich history in it. It was built in 1925, and it's seen its days of heydays and of sad days for the Sanger. When the Sanger was going in just the Sanger just was not what it is today. And there was a major renovation project that happened in the 1980s, early 1980. 1981 is when it opened up to the public for its first show with the Duke Ellington Orchestra. And so it was 1981 was also the same year that I was born. So I think it's a more than a coincidence that I was born that year and then started working for the Sanger. I was able to do a lot of video work, videotaping recitals and dance recitals and other things there. One of the most enjoyable things that I was able to do was there was another renovation that happened in 2007 to 2009. That was when the Sanger closed down for its second major, well, probably, I think it's a third renovation, but this was a major renovation that they went under in 2007. And so I was asked to be able to put together and edit a video that would help with the fundraising for the Sanger Theater. And so I had help from Angela Byers, who had worked for WKRG, TV5, and then Sherry Weeks had a part in it as well. She voiceovered the video as well, and that was my formal introduction to Mrs. Weeks. And we are good friends, and we do things for each other. And she's the president emeritus of the Friends of the Sanger, which is a fundraising organization for the Sanger Theater. And so they took the video and showed it around towns and meetings and things like that. They also showed it on a Blab TV program, one of our local TV channels in Pensacola. And so they were able to gather enough of the monies to renovate the theater. It ended up being a $15 million project, which helped almost double its size as well. And so it was just a fun video to do. I learned so much of the history. It's on YouTube. If you just type in Pensacola Sanger Theater, one of those videos will pop up, and so you'll be able to see that. I may even show this video to you next week as well. And so they did just so much work on that theater. And when they did the renovation in 1981, prior to 1981, the theater had so many paint colors on the walls. It was just really vibrant. And over time, of course, the theater unfortunately became an adult movie house. And so the city of Pensacola plus the University of West Florida came together to renovate the Sanger Theater in 1981. Unfortunately, at that time, I think it just probably wasn't in the plans to restore it to its glory, and so all the walls were painted beige, pretty much different, one or two, three colors of beige, I believe. There was a beautiful clouds and sky mural that was painted on the ceiling. If you ever are in the theater, there's a grand chandelier that hangs from that, and above that was where the clouds and sky mural was. So that was all painted beige and just the mural just vanished, basically. Recently in this renovation, in the last 2007, they restored every bit of color. Experts came in there. They looked. They put a special coating of chemicals, I think, to peel away from some of the layers of paint to reveal some of the old colors, so that they could study and see what type of colors that they were going to use for the restoring the theater. And so it's just got a rich history to it. We can talk a little bit more about this a little bit later. It's been a while. I need to refresh my memory of everything. Possibly we could have a guest talk about the renovation process as well in the near future, possibly. We'll see if we can work those details out. But it was a night and day difference after working pre-renovation to after the renovation in 2009. Since the walls and everything were painted beige, when I came back to work, it was just uplifting experience. You were just a little bit more happier, working there. And of course, some of the behind the scenes areas in the Saenger Theater, it's fun to walk through those areas and even crawl through the areas and things like that. And there's so many places in the Saenger that the general public doesn't see. But the Saenger Theater has been like a really good passion for me. And it's just something that I hold near and dear to my heart as well. And so that's one of the things that I did throughout this week, last night, to honor my friend and my colleague, and as he retires at the end of this month. Now, one of the newer things that I wanted to do this time around for the late night show is to introduce a new segment called Late Night Pets. Now, I asked my friend Sherry if she had pictures of her pets, and so she had sent them to me. And so I'm going to just show you her pet, Minnie. This is Minnie, and she's a beautiful, beautiful cat. Beautiful black fur, and thank you, Sherry, for sharing that. And here's another picture of another cat. Her name's Trissy. Now, of course, Trissy has been missing since April in the Spanish Trail area between Summit and Langley in Pensacola. Sherry's hoping that somebody has found her and has been taking care of her ever since. If you know, if you've seen Trissy, please contact me, and we'll see what we can do to reunite Trissy back. So if you have a pet picture that you want to share, go ahead and share it with me. You can message me privately on Facebook, or you can email me at jtsettle. That's JTSETTLE at sepvideo.com. And so I'd love to show your pets, cats, dogs, fish, whatever you have as a pet. And so we'll start doing late night pets. here on the Late Night Talk. And so now it's time for the top 10 list. Now, this top 10 list is a little bit different. It's not in any particular order, of no order of importance, no order of this is better than that. It's just 10 places you must experience in Northwest Florida. For the number one, I've got to say it, the Sanger Theater. Sanger Theater is located on Palafox in downtown Pensacola. And so look it up, see what's playing at the Sanger Theater, and buy a ticket and enjoy yourself. Number 2 on the list is Fort Pickens. This is off of Pensacola Beach, and it's a great history lesson. It's a great history lesson for you to ride out there and see what's going on and what has happened in the past. And then the third one, now it's a little chilly this time of year to be talking about this, but we have Adventures Unlimited in Milton, Florida. Rent a kayak, canoe, or inner tube and just float and paddle away your worries on the Blackwater River. Then, of course, on number 4 is Pensacola Beach. Of course, I mean, we have such a treasure here in Northwest Florida to have white sand beaches and to be able to have, relaxation and it's just at the at the front of our door, just open up the door and, drive just a little ways. Some of you actually own something on the beach or own a house on a beach. And so you're right there. You open the door and wham, it's right there. And so, number 4 is Pensacola Beach. Now, number 5, Arcadia Mill. This is in Milton. I actually got to visit this for the first time. I think pretty sure it was last year. If not, it was the year before. I'm pretty sure it was last year, though. And so it's got history lessons galore. It has the history of Milton and what happened there and just how everything came to be in this little town. And, of course, number 6, the Pensacola Little Theater. And so go ahead and also, they've got shows going on and get yourself a ticket and enjoy a show. And then number 7, we've got Pensacon, which, of course, I go almost every year. I've got my tickets. And I enjoy it. You have a lot of celebrities that come and you get to meet them and you get to take a photograph with them and autograph and there's all kinds of panels and opportunities to learn more about your favorite celebrities. So it's always been a good time for me. I've got bunches of pictures. I'll probably share them when we get closer to Pensacon, which is in the end of February of this year. Hopefully COVID doesn't alter things. But, the worst that happens is they postpone it, which they had to do, I think it was last year. So, but then we're hoping it won't be postponed. Then, of course, we've got number 8, downtown Pensacola. There are so many things downtown to do. And I like it because of the history. Downtown Pensacola, the first settlement, and so there's so much history that's involved in there. The cemetery, I mean, it's just, if you even, St. Michael's Cemetery, if you walk in there, see the dates, the early dates and things like that. It's just fascinating. There's museums galore over there, and entertainment. You've got the Pensacola Bay Center. You've got everything that you could see down there. Then, of course, we could head down to Milton for number 9, Carpenter's Park. And so I remember playing there whenever I was a kid, and lots of you probably remember that as well. Carpenter's Park has new equipment now. Before, whenever I was a kid, there was all kinds of wooden play sets and things like that, and things that you could actually get really hurt on if you weren't paying attention to what you were doing or the others around you. But I always had a blast whenever I went to Carpenter's Park. Now there's a fairly new park in Pace, which is Benny Russell Park. It's got a lot to do. It probably, I don't know if it rivals Carpenter's Park. I don't want to put a rivalry against the two, because they're both great parks, but they've got a lot of cool things for adults and kids, and just if you just want to enjoy yourself one day. So that's the top 10 places in Pensacola, in Milton, Northwest Florida. Speaking of places, this is not a place, but we're going to throw up this image right here. Pensacola has a new Pelican. There's a new Pelican in downtown Pensacola. The new addition, unveiled Friday, celebrates the Gulf Island National Seashore's 50th anniversary. The Pelican is dressed in a National Park Service uniform. It's on display at the downtown Pensacola ferry landing on I should have pronounced this ahead of time, Commandencia Street. I probably butchered that. I should probably know how to pronounce that, but that's just how it rolls. This photo credit is from WEAR TV 3. And so we're actually to the end of the show tonight. Soon, I'm happy to say that we will have a guest on the show. I'm actually in the process of getting everything in place for that. So hopefully it won't be too long before we have our guest. And I'll be telling you more and when to expect to watch. And so it's been a great night tonight, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you, if you didn't watch tonight, I hope you watch later on in the week. And I appreciate you watching. And so I hope you have a great night, and we'll see you next week.